Well, I've been carving pumpkins ever since I was a little kid. I've always been a huge fan of Halloween. I remember every year since I was really little, my family would go to this pumpkin patch near my house called Wallvogel's, and it would always be a big thing. We'd all pick out pumpkins for us to carve. We'd try to find the best ones that worked, and I would usually just carve something out of like a stencil book until probably I got into high school. I'd try to do more complex designs, but I always had a lot of fun with it every year, and it's something I always look forward to doing Halloween. And I'm a big fan of horror movies, so a lot of my pumpkins have a horror movie or a Halloween theme. So I guess I'm expressing my love for that season and my enjoyment of that time spent with friends or with family doing kind of like spooky or scary things that I really enjoy, and I've always continued doing that tradition. I don't know if I've necessarily ever really considered the pumpkin carving to be an art form or really like anything in that sort of vein. I don't know if I've ever really been considering it as making art. I more enjoy the challenge every year of trying to do something new and more difficult than the last. If I just kind of did the same designs, the same simple face or a stencil every year, I think it would lose a lot of the fun for me. I really enjoy most the challenge of trying to do something that I've never tried before, or trying a new technique, more difficult style. And I mean, it is satisfying, I guess, that it is one of the few things that is like drawing or painting that I can do pretty well. I've never been very good at drawing, so finally finding something that I can do like that, it's just a nice thing for me to have that one art thing that I'm really good at, and it's enjoyable to try to kind of like see how far I can press that skill, see how much better I can do the next year, or how I can do a different design, or whether I can work off a stencil, or whether I freehand draw it, and kind of just putting all the many different parts of that carving process together to better myself year after year is the main enjoyment or thing I get out of that. It's the kind of challenge against myself. It is a lot of work. Sometimes it takes several hours. I know I spent up to 3 or 4 hours on some of them, and it looks like it's not going to work several times through it. But like once you finally get that last piece punched out, get it finished, you put the light in there, turn off all the lights, and you light up the pumpkin, and you see that it turned out well. It's just a really satisfying feeling, and it feels like kind of like an accomplishment.